So, welcome back to another episode of Straight Swit Photography. Do you want to see the biggest lefty idiot on the planet? Well, I've got him right here. Let's roll the intro.
Yeah, I do just what I do, and I hope you let me in, yeah.
So, welcome back to another episode of Street Switch Photography. I've just been browsing YouTube as I normally do, and I come across this complete and utter idiot. Look at the shirt and tell me this guy isn't a lefty. I'm sorry, but some of the stuff this bloke is coming out with is complete and utter tripe. I've never heard so much bullshit in my entire life. Listen to what this guy thinks he knows and what he doesn't know. He contradicts himself so many times like a typical lefty. Listen to this.
And this is my attempting to
Awesome!
find some ground and get us on a good footing. Thank you for coming.
See, he's got his organic shake.
Videos you've been doing, decolonize the countryside, decolonize your apartment.
He's decolonised his department, but nobody's told him to decolonise his fucking armpits because I bet he stinks.
Car.
Look at the shirt, for God's sake.
So I wanted to understand what that was, what sort of decolonisation.
What part of it don't you understand?
Oh, straight in. What part of it don't you understand? Like he's more intelligent than anybody else on the planet. What a twat.
Okay, well, I'll give you an example.
Please,
I
go ahead.
saw you do a video taking down the cross of St. George from a lamppost. And it seems strange to me because...
Okay, fact check. I didn't take the flag down myself, and that's misinformation.
He didn't take the flag down himself. Listen to what he says next, the moron.
I was part of a group.
Apparently
of
that's
activists who
misinformation.
I organised to remove flags in the local area of that borough. Okay.
Okay, that's
the
fine.
countryside. I didn't remove any property at all, but I did help to remove it. So again,
I didn't remove any property at all, but I did help to remove it. Really? Dickhead.
and facts matter. And when you say things that are, say, actually different to how they appear, that's what those of us on my side
Seem to have a lot of that, don't we, with these lefties? Things aren't what they appear.
of the table are saying
This is nothing.
a problem.
What he's actually come out with so far is just the tip of the iceberg.
Okay, it's muddying the waters, it's misinformation, it's from the school of Elon
It's misinformation, but I didn't remove any flags. I just helped remove the flags.
Musk. And I've set up my life to fight that, and decolonizing spaces, places, vehicles, objects, and ultimately the one.
How do you decolonise an object other than... It'd be a brilliant advert for Dettol. Get the Dettol under the old armpits there and have a good wash. I mean, look at that fucking shirt. You could throw up on him and nobody'd know.
Wider world is about tackling that head on.
It's about tackling it head on. We've got to tackle these problems and these issues head on. I like to use the word conflate a lot. Yes.
Taking down crosses of St. George
Free.
in the name of decolonizing.
Yeah.
But isn't the cross of St. George the flag of the English who are the people of this country?
So he's just asked about the cross of St. George and the, British. Now, the cross of St. George is actually, I believe, St. George was foreign, but I don't know.
That's not decolonization.
Well, firstly, there's no such thing as English people, so to speak.
There's no such thing as English people. What am I then? I'm a little bit confused.
Is the UK, Great Britain, and all the people of the world are welcome here and have congregated here for...
Including all the people coming over on the boats and doing graping small children. Yes, all of them. They're all welcome.
The millennium.
Whilst giving your kids puberty blockers.
Yeah. To say that there is an English people or an English flag within that is the problem. And
So why isn't it a problem when it comes to Palestine and we say Palestine doesn't exist?
it's also why the flags are so controversial. It's why they've been taken down. And, that's not to say that the
Oh, you mean the flags that you didn't take down but you took down? Them ones? Them flags that you did take down, you mean?
the Union Jack itself is a symbol of colonialism and fascism globally for
Fascism. His favourite word. Fascism. Yes, fascism and racism.
hundreds of years.
Marxism.
And is arguably worse than some of the flags that you and I both agree are fascistic, evil flags, such as the Nazi flag.
Palestinian flag. The Hamas flag. That one. The one that did October the 7th. The one that took hostages into tunnels under Gaza. Them ones.
Like, if you can't see that, that's
Well, hang
because
on a
you're
sec.
blind to 200 years of history. It's
Hang on
not
a
because
Oh, it's because we're blind to 200 years of history, and they also like to know, where did you get your information from? Well, they've been getting their information from Hamas when it comes to Palestine action and all that sort of shit. When they're starving, I'm going to go on a starving. I'm going to not eat anything ever again until I get my own way, like spitting your dummy out. What a bunch of complete and utter Humpty back pigs.
Hang on a sec.
I have a
The
problem.
Union flag was the flag flying when we defeated the Nazis. It was the flag
Correct.
flying when we ended the slave trade at considerable cost, considerable blood
didn't- we
spilt.
Does he know that what Hitler did to the Jewish people? Does he know what they actually did and what Great Britain did? I bet he hasn't got a clue. He's got his eyes shut most of the time. Probably he's had his eyes shut most of his life.
End the slave trade.
What do you mean
We
didn't end-
refunded
We didn't end the slave trade. Yeah, we did.
some people who bought some slaves, and we said we defeated the slave trade. We didn't actually do that. I mean, actually,
Now let's hear what we actually did in his make-believe world.
this country drastically inflamed and prolonged the slave trade
Oh, he nearly said inflate.
and made millions of pounds
Inflate?
by making
Inflate?
lots of capitalist
No,
white
sorry,
men
that's
very,
just-
very rich.
We
Millions
of
of people
every
across the
nation.
world for a long, long
Oh, he's
time,
shouting.
far longer than the Nazi Party did.
So,
Everybody knows that the British
so what these lefties do is, if they can't get the point across because you're trying to ask them a question or you're trying to get a point across yourself, they'll shout above you or call you names. That's how the ideology works. They're just brainwashed morons, useful idiots. Turkeys for Christmas.
Empire killed millions of people, made concentration camps, enslaved and killed indigenous people, Indian people, caused famines, and was far, 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 far worse than anything we've seen before. The greatest force for evil the world has ever known. And if you can't acknowledge that,
I disagree. I would say, basically, Hitler was probably the most evil force that this world has ever seen, arguably. This bloke is as thick as pig shit. Literally, in the literal sense of the word. Look at his eyes. They're like piss holes in the snow. In his, I don't know quite what that is, what he's wearing or what he's trying to achieve with his organic, whatever that is on the table.
just because we beat some more fascists
Oh, there's the fingers.
in World War II, that doesn't mean you get to throw away the crimes of your forefathers. So it doesn't work
We
like that.
defeated Napoleon. We defeated.
He's
Hitler,
sorry, it doesn't
we
work like
defeated
that.
Slavery. We
We
were very
defeated a
proud.
lot of people, and also we
Would you like to see my Casio calculator collection?
did a lot of evil along the way too. It's
Xavier, we started on. Obviously, this is a different.
I'll be frank with you, Winston. I don't really want to be here. Okay,
Go then. Bye. See ya.
this is
I bet he doesn't go anywhere.
difficult for me, and I'm uncomfortable
That'll be the piles, mate. They're very uncomfortable.
talking to you, but I felt it was the right time to reach out as far as I was comfortable doing to somebody on the far right
Yeah, make it sound like you're doing him a favour.
in order to, engage and inspire and hopefully bring people back from that side to somewhere closer to where I am.
Let's just hear who you
What, on the brainwashed left? No thanks. I'm quite happy where I am. The truth.
are, because I a lot of our audience won't be familiar with you. So, how did you become a decolonization
Listen to this next part.
campaigner?
Well, decolonization was
How old were you?
something I innately felt I wanted to be a part of from a young age. This started at the age of about 3.
3 years old, because you'd know what, decolonization was at the age of 3, wouldn't you? How would you know what decolonization was at the age of 3? Now, I'm calling bullshit here, because I'm telling you now, this guy is no bloody genius. In fact, he's as far from a genius as you can actually get.
When I first read The Philosophy of Lenin.
Sorry.
3 years old, and he read The Philosophy of Lenin. Yeah, exactly. Bullshit.
You were reading Lenin at 3.
I was doing my best.
I was doing my best. So you wasn't then?
Well,
Does he know who Lenin even was? Does he still know? Does he know who Lenin actually, how many people Lenin actually killed?
I was attempting to read it, and from what I...
Oh, he was attempting to read it. That's not reading it then, is it? Oh, fucking hell. Can you imagine spending 20 minutes in the same room as this complete, just a sorry specimen of a human being?
I could gauge from it, I took that and ran with that in order to begin my first kind of foray into decolonizing communal spaces.
Xavier, can I, just interrupt you?
Fucking
Firstly,
nut job.
Pretty remarkable that you're reading Lenin.
This guy needs help.
But did anyone ever present to you the problems with Lenin? Like, for example, he started the
The next question will be, is where did you get your information?
gulags. He
Not
was
from Hamas.
responsible for the deaths of up to 12 million people, if you read
Well, I mean,
the
those,
historian Robert Conquest.
do you have a source for any of that?
There it is. Do you have a source for your information?
Well, Robert Conquest for the...
There's the
numbers.
source. But so will he ask again? Because that isn't the answer he wants to hear. He'll ask the same question over and over again until he gets the answer he wants, or an answer that he can change or twist into his narrative to work with his bent, twisted, mental, thick as pig shit ideology.
The people killed under Lenin, yeah.
What's your source?
He was...
That's the second time.
Reviewing primary.
Well, I'm saying who's the source? Who's
Third.
the source for that
Robert
take
Conquest.
on...
There's the answer for the third time. It doesn't match his narrative, so he'll try and twist it.
Robert who?
Robert Conquest, the historian.
Robert who?
So he's the source, and what's his source?
Primary sources.
And who are they? This is
Russians.
what I'm talking about.
You're not talking about anything, mate. You're talking complete and utter bollocks is what you're talking. You do not make any sense whatsoever in any of your ideology. You are all mentally ill. I'm sure leftyism has become a mental illness. To this extent, anyway. We have got people that lean to the left. I wouldn't call them lefties, though. I'd just call them left-leaning, politically minded.
These ideas around why communism, Marxism, Trotskyism, whatever you want to call it, are bad, are based on ideas that
happened in the past, and they weren't ideas, they actually happened. Marxism, communism, that's all happened. Look at China.
They themselves corrupted by an imperialist colonial Western framework.
Oh, so it's the West's fault that we've got these ideologies, is it? Ah, I see. I didn't know that. You know why? Because it's bullshit. Absolute bullshit.
Of what those things were. So when I asked for a source, I'm checking to see, well, what
Awesome!
Of course, all the people you're talking about who are trying to frame these ideas in a bad light are actually bad actors with bad sources.
So has the left ever gone too far?
The left hasn't gone far enough, as far as I'm concerned.
So let's have a list of what the left have actually do. 3 assassination attempts on Donald Trump. 1 assassination, which was actually successful, on Charlie Kirk. We've also had here in Great Britain Palestine Action, which is a far-left organisation trying to support Palestine because of the Israel and Gaza war, actually been dubbed a terrorist organisation. Yeah, most of the things I think you'll find are from the far left, not the far right. They'll bring up EDL, They don't even exist anymore.
What I'm doing by building
I wonder if he'll mention Tommy Robinson.
the movement and the party I'm building now is to say,
He's building a party. Oh dear.
those of us on the
Hang on, sorry.
radical left don't really have a party to turn to right
Okay,
now.
but so, do you consider Joseph Stalin as of the left?
I think Joseph Stalin was of the left, absolutely.
And you don't think he went far enough?
I don't think he was left wing enough. No, I think that some of the things he was doing, I would call far right. And I,
Oh God.
I'm still find those things unacceptable today. But I would add,
Wait,
communism, the ideas of communism have not been tried. They have not been tried.
Yeah, they have. We've got something called North Korea, and we've got something called China. And people live in cages in China if they say anything wrong against the government. People disappear in China all the time.
As they
You
should be.
bloody
And,
idiot.
he tried, he gave it a shot, and somewhere along the line,
Yes, he gave it a
things,
shot.
went out of whack. I think the way for it to work properly is to start from a framework of decolonization from the ground up.
I mean, look at the little weasel-faced moron. He's just such a beta male, isn't he? And look at him. All he'd have to do is poke him on the forehead and he'd go running home to mummy crying his eyes out. I bet he's spent many an hour down in his mum's basement with a Timotei advert and a box of bleeding Kleenex because he can't get out else. Mind you, the way he smells. He needs to decolonise them pits.
Reset with a truly multicultural,
Multiculturalism has never worked at any time in any country.
gendered, hyper-inclusive.
Do you know why? Because of the different beliefs and the way we treat each other. They treat different people in different countries differently. That's why we have all this killing and stuff going on and things with other things going on. It does not work. And they want this for Great Britain. And if they think they're going to get it, they've got a they better rethink it quick.
De-imperialized, re-indigenized baseline substrate from which you can grow.
He looks like he's getting a bloody headache, he does, doesn't he? Look at him. Oh my God.
New world where
It's like he's wearing a Mr. Tumble outfit. All he needs is the hair and a big red nose. He's such a fucking clown, this man is.
we don't have to argue over the points about what is equal or unequal, because
What? Now, basically, what he will not like is somebody that's been out, worked hard, earned lots of money. Hence, he mentioned Elon Musk right at the beginning of the video. And they want everything for free. They think the world owes them something, and it doesn't, because they're nothing but selfish morons. That's the truth, and that's the way it is.
we understand inherently through our identity what is equal or what is unjust.
What just on the topic of socialist governments, I have to ask you about Mao Zedong.
Yeah, socialism works as well, doesn't it? If you're a proud socialist, you're also an authoritarian moron.
China,
Mao.
because
And these people do not like being told no, and they go behind the curtain and they try and scheme. And I know exactly what they do. I've got first-hand experience. In a future video.
if Stalin killed between 20 and 60, Mao was responsible for the deaths of between 60 and...
Don't these lefties realise people talk? People contact other people and talk, whether it be anonymously or whether it not be anonymously. You get told stuff. And if you keep it to yourself and then you reveal it in a big documentary, let's say, what can that do? With damning evidence.
80 million of his own people. Source.
Do you have
Source!
So you don't,
What's
you
your source?
dispute those numbers.
What's your source for?
You dispute those numbers.
Here he goes again with, where's your source? Source? Source.
I absolutely dispute those numbers. Absolutely. In fact, the reality is that Mao was actually
So he's a denier. He's probably a Holocaust denier as well. He'll probably say that never happened because we haven't got the source. We ain't got the source, sir.
a good guy. His little red book has been a fountain of knowledge and a guide, really, for those of us who believe
Those
in
of us.
a new form of radical socialism that goes much further than anything, that your Corbyns or AOCs have proposed. I left the Green Party because
No, I think more. I would guess, and I'm not saying this has happened, but I'm guessing they threw him out because he's a complete nut job, isn't he? Look at him. Look at the state of it. Seriously. If he stood across the Parliament as an opposition wearing that shirt, you'd laugh at him. They're laughable. That's all you can do at these people. But do you know what? Because they're so laughable, that's what makes them damn right dangerous.
for me personally, the Green Party was too right-wing.
Thanks for watching this clip from the Winston Marshall Show. You can click.
So there's a quick plug for the Winston Marshall Show. Shout out to them. That was probably the most lefty, idiot, moron, four-eyed beta male you will ever see on this planet, or at least in Great Britain. What a complete and utter bloody muppet. You heard what he said. You heard him contradict himself multiple times, and he's made himself look a complete and utter twat on YouTube. This has been Straight Switch Photography. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. Go and hit the notification bell, and I'll hopefully see you in the next video. Roll the outro.
Yeah, I do just what I do, and I hope you let me in, yeah.
Awesome!